2025 McGinnis Venture Competition, minus the McGinnis family, who is not here yet, but they will be. They are on our judging team. At least we have one of our 412 ventures, two of our 412 ventures. Andy said he'd be here by one, but he is not. But we're going to get started because we keep the trains running on time. So welcome, everybody. They're raring to go. So they're grabbing the mic out of my hand. We have a busy day today. We're going to kick off with 4 undergraduate teams. We're going to take a short break for the judges to deliberate on the undergraduate teams. Then we come back with 13 graduate level teams. So it's going to be a busy day. We'll take a couple of breaks in between, 2 minutes between each team, and then we'll have a 10-minute break a little bit later so you can get up and go, come and go as you need to go. And tonight, starting at 5:30 here in the Sports Center, we're going to have a really nice awards ceremony. So without further ado, we're going to hand it off to our first team, GoRide.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Erika Ramirez.
Hi, I'm Audrey Simon.
And we're the co-founders of GoRide. Imagine this. It's 5 a.m., my dad wakes up, groggy, ready to start a 10-hour round-trip drive just to get me home to DC from college in Pittsburgh. Why? Because the other options are just as exhausting. A flight? It's too expensive, especially with surge price holiday fares. And not to mention, how would I even get to the airport? And what about a bus? It's slow, overcrowded, and never fits my schedule. I'm not alone in this problem. Millions of college students face the same struggle. In the US, 8.9 million students choose to bring a car to campus to avoid exactly these travel struggles. Yet many drive home with empty seats, wasting money and efficiency. Furthermore, 30% of these informal ride arrangements lead to last-minute cancellations, no-shows, and pricing disputes. The system of travel was not made for college students. Why hasn't this been solved yet? GoRide is an affordable carpooling marketplace designed for students by students. Using GoRide, drivers can monetize unused vehicle capacity, while passengers gain access to a cost-effective, convenient, and eco-friendly alternative to traditional travel options.
Using GoRide is simple. Meet Erika, the student driver, and Audrey, the student passenger. Erika is looking to drive to New York and has some extra space in her car, while I'm looking to go to New York and I want to have an affordable ride to get there. Both the passengers and the drivers would use the same app to log in and either look for a ride or post a ride. As Erika is the driver, she would choose the driver option, and as I'm the rider, I would choose the rider option. For Erika, she would pick the start and end location of where she wants to go, the date that she's planning on leaving, and how many people she can fit in her car. She would also choose the compensation for how much she believes that she would want for her ride. While she's waiting for messages, I would have pretty much the same input, but I would have to have the start and end destination, time, and how many people that I'm looking to ride for while I search for my rides. After looking, GoRide would give a ride estimate of how many rides are available based on the student drivers that have rides that they posted. And based on the destination and the time, it looks like Erika is the closest drive for me. GoRide also has a messaging feature so that the students can speak together to confirm the ride and also choose the preferences. And so we understand that college students may at first feel a bit hesitant riding with strangers, but again, these strangers are just students. And just as students have learned to live together, such as in dorms and in shared spaces on campus, we believe that GoRide has this opportunity to create a trusted network with its university partnerships. After confirming with Erika, I would pay through the app and give a 10% service fee for GoRide. And just like that, I have an affordable ride to get to New York, and Erika has a way to make compensation while she drives there.
The market opportunity for GoRide is massive. College students in the US collectively spend an estimated $37.8 billion, calculated from an average of $2,000 travel budget across 18.5 million students. If we capture just 10% of this market, GoRide is poised to make $3.78 billion in revenue annually. In our first year of operation, we plan to launch at 5 major US universities, targeting those with targeting those where students live within close geographic proximity. If we calculate a 10% adoption rate with 3 trips per year at a $60 average trip fee, GoRide is poised to make $210,000 in revenue during its first year of operation from this 10% service fee. From there, we plan to scale, partnering with universities along the way.
As students ourselves, we understand that there's many issues with student travel firsthand. Our personal connection with student experiences, along with our strong technical expertise, provides us as the best team to be able to create this product and make something for our peers.
Beyond a great revenue potential, massive market opportunity, and unique safety features, GoRide is not just another option. GoRide is 10 times better because we offer a dramatically more affordable, convenient, and accessible solution to students. GoRide can help students save hundreds of dollars on costs and helps students find travel to their destinations where current options might not service.
Whether it's going home for the holidays, going on your spring break adventure, or trying to get to the nearest airport, GoRide bridges this gap. We're looking for investors to help GoRide start with their first 5 campuses this year. So who's ready to help us disrupt the student marketplace for travel? Thank you.
Me. No. Congratulations. We're gonna open it up for judges' questions only, not questions from the crowd. They had this app when I was an undergrad 40 years ago. It was called the bulletin board.
Yeah.
Mics, please. Yeah.
Okay. You alluded to, working?
Yep.
Okay, great. You alluded to working with universities. Can you talk about that with particular respect to security and safety?
Right, so I can take this one to start. So, got it, sorry about that. So using the university network, we're able to verify students through things like their school address, their email address, as well as through these networks. So we believe that, as Audrey said, students are used to sharing these spaces, they live in dorms, and so by fostering that student-only network, it'll be more safe and trusted from the user perspective. Yeah. Did you also have a question?
Yes. So on the safety front, how do you validate or verify that someone is a capable driver?
Right. So we would use similar principles that other rideshare companies use. Things, of course, like background checks, making sure that they have a valid driver's license, insurance, all of those standard procedures, as well as a review system. So that's going to be part of, wasn't necessarily shown in the demo, but other safety features such as reviews where students can leave their comments and a 5-star rating out of for previous trips. And then we will also be having real-time trip tracking where you can add friends and family members to follow you along your ride and make sure that you're getting to your destination safely.
And how does a prospective user discover GoRide?
We have a lot of ideas for like how we can market this. I think by partnering with universities initially, it would be helpful for maybe university promotions to be able to, for students to find these rides. There are rides like this that exist, but it's just in a more informal method, such as like Facebook Marketplace and bulletin boards, as Dave said, that people use to find each other. And so we were thinking of being able to promote in that capacity because there are like some informal businesses like this that exist, but by having an app, it's a lot easier for students to find security when they find rides like this. So that's one way that we would promote.
Yeah, as well as student ambassadors. Students are motivated to get more of their peers on the platform, so it's easier to find rides and find passengers. So we believe that creating programs like that will have a large incentive.
So,
Sorry, we can start with you.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious, when you think about all the competitors, the bus, Uber, folks like that, who do you see as your closest competitors, and how do you plan to position yourselves against them?
Yeah, so I think it's a complex question in our case because it's going to depend on distances, right? Like if I'm traveling perhaps more than 500 miles, I'm looking more at a flight as a direct competition because that's going to be perhaps the fastest option, right? Depends if you're calculating in, TSA TSA times and all those other things. But I do think it's dependent. Definitely there's more college-specific competitors that are primary focus, such as our bus. I've used that service before. But quite frankly, they're jacking up their prices like crazy because they see that that's an untapped market. And so it's becoming close to the price of a flight where students are starting to shy away from them. And they also target just very specific student breaks. So I would say companies like that are the most direct competitors in that they're also looking into this college student market.
Existing rideshare companies are notorious for subsidizing rides, especially in the early days, to create a rich marketplace. How do you plan to address that? The toughest thing is when a student goes into the app and there's just nothing available. Do you have a plan to sort of incentivize drivers to offer these rides?
Yeah, I guess like for incentives, I think like for these drivers that are already like driving on their own, it's definitely an incentive for them to just be able to make some side compensation while driving, especially if they weren't going to drive at all with anyone. And for like other incentives, I think we were saying like for riders, there's ways that you can get like discounts if you ride with like multiple friends and stuff like that. And other than that, like being able to.
Okay, we'll have to stop right there.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, give them a great big
Thank
hand.
you.